Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. We're paused because we're about to get a payday and we need to put the final balancing touches to the two lines running to our steel mill before we head all the way over to Worthing and set up an airport. Yes, we've got our wonderful planes heading off today. We're going to have another airport over here as well. Last episode was the last of the big numbers. I'm going to play this now because we're going to let our hair down a little bit. I will pause it as soon as we get paid. There we go. That's monstrous. What was that? 3.5 million nearly. Lovely. We were pretty much broke, weren't we, before today? That's lovely to see. Yes. We'll still be paying attention to everything we've learned, and hopefully the first 9 episodes gave you a little bit of insight to how Transport Fever works under the hood. And if you were struggling before to get a hard mode playthrough running or up and running, then now you should be pretty much set and ready to go. Now, I even made some mistakes as well that we addressed, so that's a few more tools in your diagnostic kit. But from this point forward, I'm going to pause it there, we're going to upgrade this train. From this point forward, a little bit more relaxed, possibly a tiny bit more extravagant as we look at this. It's not like I held back on this, is it? No. But yeah, we're going to possibly accept some loss in profit in favour of something that looks better. We'll also visit passenger services very shortly, but we've got the poor crocodile, but we've got a lot to do before then, especially setting up this aircraft line. Now, I did say I wanted to change this over to an A35 just because it's going to be easier to get this up to speed with that. Otherwise, we're chugging along. Not really a bad thing. As we saw, I'm not going to go on about the numbers, but we did see that it's advisable to switch to a faster, more powerful loco earlier rather than later. Let's borrow roughly what we need here. I know, we were almost out of debt. It doesn't matter though. You know, we've not looked at the charts. Look at that. Our company value. This must have been where I did some changes, but that's a spike, isn't it? It's more like a rocket than a gradual climb. Tracks. Look at that as we build. It was. Look, here we go. Yeah, we had a bit of a changeover just there. What is this one? Tunnels. Yeah, I love my tunnels. Towns. All right, aren't they? Kind of balanced. Look at that year there, guys. 1919, we spent 45.4 million. But yes, things are turning around. We will be debt-free very shortly. Especially at this rate. I needed one more loan. Chunk. There we go. 2.9 million. That should, I hope, stick us at about 400. It's going to take a little while to settle in, as always. Now, I had a bit of fun. It was about, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours. I was playing this map. I started again with everything we'd learned. And I got myself out of debt in 1916 with all the lines we have currently. If you're interested, I could show you in the next episode, I guess, how it went. But yeah, I did change this line while our trains over there are doing their stuff. I did change this one slightly. I had this orientated along there and a bit closer to the mine itself. Look at that, money's just pouring in. And I leveled up all the stations to the same height, and it actually looks better than this. We may change this layout because I also had two trains running rather than the one, and did what I did over there and balanced the line rates, and it was pleasant. It was very pleasant, a lot easier to manage. We may do that to split this up. I did still avoid tunneling through here, though. That is an option, and we'll get to Twickenham soon, as I've got big plans. I've got lots of big plans, in fact, not just Twickenham, all round the map. I'm also up for your ideas on connections you would like to see, and I'm up for the challenge. I'm definitely up for the challenge of trying to make it work, because we've done all the hard work now, haven't we? We've got our income sorted. We're making good money, solid money, most years, and we're still expanding. It's not like we've stopped investing, and we're going to keep investing until our money snowballs out of control. I think we only need a couple more wagons on here and we'll be good. We could even stick a BR on the end, but it might be overkill. Quick, repay it. It's not going to cost us too much to get our aircraft underway. Right, how much is 3 going to cost? About 1.2 million? Let's do that. That should be enough for 3. Is it 3 we need, or is it only 2? It's only 2. We're just going with normal. In fact, we could have these, yeah, let's have these, that colour. Orange. There we go. Get you in there. I think 31 is going to do us just fine. We'll let it settle down. We can repay that. And that should be that for now. We're not going to see an upgrade anytime soon, so we can just let that make us lots of money. And we're just going to keep repaying that. That probably was this. Our coal train. We might need another one on here. Yeah, it might need 20. Yes, possibly. Do we have the money? They're not even 420, are they? They're like 377,000. That's what I'm going with. 373,000. Close enough. Notice I don't wait now for it to get up there. We've got so much income. We don't need to really wait for it to get right into the station anymore. Yes, there we go. We'll leave that as is and we'll check back on it. Now, we never did change this line here. Again, I changed the layout slightly here, and it might actually be possible to do it now before we get going. I had it sitting at the back going straight, and that saved a lot of trouble. Although, do you know, we've built it like this. Let's not just change it. This is our playthrough, isn't it? I mean, I was doing it all perfect and timing everything in my solo sort of playthrough, just to see what min-maxing really got me. And, I mean, it also helps I wasn't recording, so there was no sitting around staring at things. I do like to do it, but not when min-maxing. Yeah, this train here, we worked out in our big old numbers session that a single A35 outperforms a double-headed BR, what are they, 75.4s? I can't remember the name of them. Are they BR 75.4s? 75.4s, look at me go. So yeah, we're going to change those. Do I need to worry about it getting in there? Well, we might as well give it a clean run. We're almost there. Should we take a little ride on it? I'm a little bit worried about payments coming in and missing them. I think we're low enough now on our debt not to worry too much if we miss an interest payment. Alright, coming into the station. I do like the bridge. I didn't have the bridge in my little test. But yeah, we'll definitely take a look at it and you can see the difference. It's actually not that different. No, other than that being straight and these two being straightened out, that's about it really. But it does go to show, once you've got everything set up and you've invested, money is going to snowball. Look at all that. As it happens, we are now 1 million below our original loan. Again, we were almost out of debt, weren't we? A couple of episodes ago. before we went splashing out. Right, well, let's get this sorted. I think it was an A35 and 19. That's what I'm running with, and we'll have it that nice blue color. There we go, lovely. And then we need an extra one of these. We may as well keep that one colored as well. Borrow 500k and get you on there. Hopefully that gives us a nice 400. It's a little less powerful than the double BRs, but it's better than a single and a double. It's just the way that this line, for instance, sits for us. You may find that double BRs are better in some circumstances or on some lines, or a single BR could be possibly the way to go. You just have to toy with it, don't you? And it's only really important early on. While you may lose a bit of money in the late game, by that time everything's making profit, and it becomes less and less of an issue the more stuff you've got running. Which is what all the way up to today's episode was about. Getting the money earners, the workhorses underway, so that we can then go ahead and just keep expanding. Look at that, guys, down to 6 million. Oh, what was the other thing I was going to do? That's right. We was going to extend this because there's not quite enough on here, I don't think. How many platforms do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 times 40. Each platform section that you add will add 40 to the capacity. 4 times 40, 80, 160. And we carry what? I did math. More than 160. Because there's 4 and 2 just there. Right, and we've got a bit of money in the bank as well. So let's get this fixed. And then we're good to go. There'll be plenty of room on there to pick up each time. Make sure that we've got a line figure here. Yeah, sometimes it bugs out and you have to start the train. But as long as it's not zeroed out here on the line details and the line rate, you're fine. If it is zeroed out here, just start the train on the line. Otherwise, it won't produce anything. This factory would stop producing until it had actually got to a station. So don't worry too much if that happens. It will affect your line. Pretty disastrous early on if it's your only line. It sets you back quite a bit. Right. There we go. You get filled up. Hopefully that number will balance itself out once we took our first load. We've got 171. There we go. It was indeed over 160. We should be able to hold... And what did we have? 200 now. That's 5, yeah. It says 448. I don't believe that for a second. We'll revisit that anyway. So, airport. Should we do it? We've got money in the bank. Well, not in the bank, but we've got room to take out a loan to build all this infrastructure. Let's just double check all of our lines that we're going to be hooking up are coping. We actually need another truck on there, don't we? Yeah, I don't think we're keeping up with that, guys. I might move this. Look what it's done to our road. Give us a bit of a ramp there. Not keen on that. Do we have any trains coming in, or should we just take the loan out now? We have that one on the way back, which is a monster. What are we actually sitting on here? We haven't been over this way in a while, have we? Only 892. Do you know, it might be time to stick another train on the back? Maybe. Although we're getting close to the useful electric locos. We can probably do that. Right, there we go. We've got money in the bank. Let's head back over here. We are going to tidy up everywhere. But I would like to see how freight planes are going to do for us. Let's add another one on there. See what that does for us. Pay off quickly. Down to 5.5 million. That should be closer to it. There we go. That should be fine now. And given that... Oh, I don't want to delete it. Oh, go on. Delete it. I'm going to delete this. Yes. There we go. It's smoothed out the road. We're going to put it back in. We'll put it back down here somewhere when we need to buy any more trucks. There we go. We got this one heading up there. They should be about balanced now. Yeah, this one's probably a little quick. We might not need to have it like that. Although, were we behind? We might have been behind. So, if we're sat there waiting too long, we'll remove a wagon off there. We're going to start without aircraft at Worthing. And one thing we definitely want to do is get the airport as close to this as possible. Don't repay that. Let's do the opposite to repaying. We're going to take out just everything. And when we're finished building, we'll repay whatever we don't use. Look at all that money we can borrow. Isn't that lovely? 25 million to go ahead with this. The infrastructure with aircraft is much more than, say, trains or definitely trucks. So there is that to consider when going for an airport and checking the profit margins. We're certainly not having it up there. We're just going to make sure it hooks in. I sort of like that. It's away from the town. It should be high enough because we'll be taking off that direction. And they do climb at a very steep rate. And it should be far above Worthing by the time we get round to there. And for landing, we should hopefully miss that. Is it a mountain? Not far off. So let's get that angled nicely. So we're not interfering with Worthing there. Is that good enough? I think so. It hasn't really done much to the terrain, has it? There we go. Look how much it cost us. Especially with all the terraforming. That's the big price, really. Because you need it nice and flat. It takes up a lot of space. But it's in. I mean, the next airport that we need, this one's going to be a lot easier and a lot cheaper to get going. Right, where's the building? Just there. We only need to be connected directly to the... do we? Could we get away with being there, perhaps, just in case we want to build a road? I don't know why we would have a road, but that gives us an option. We already have the option over at Worthing. That one was a lot cheaper, wasn't it? Absolutely. And that's it for aircraft, isn't it? That's our link for aircraft. We need to do one more step before we activate all of this, which is Worthing is going to need some delivery. So we haven't really looked at Worthing yet. There's all that industry down at the bottom there. Possibly we'll just drive through town for now because we just want to get it up and running. But it looks like we could maybe terraform out the back. I think heading down the centre will be fine. I would like to upgrade the roads as well. Make sure they're the big roads. Get you all up into there. Beautiful. Right then. We want to be as close to the airport as possible to make the maximum income. We'll get that in there. Configure that. Yeah, this is part of everything we figured out at the start of the series. And now we can put it to use. Just make little bits of extra cash here and there. Will that go in like that? If it does, it's beautiful. There we go. I mean, we've got a bit of a curve to go around there. Things like that. You could straighten out, head pretty much direct, couldn't you? But I'm just going to do it like this. I'm going to do it like this. I do like the idea of cutting across there, though. We need to get this up and running. I don't know how much everything's going to cost us. Should we get some new lines running then? No, yes, get the aircraft done. We need to do that anyway. From there, all the way over to there. Colour are we going to have this? It's plastic and goods. So brown and purple? I don't know what that is as a colour. We could just go dark purple. There we go. Here we want to wait until full. Get maximum plastic from there. And we will be unloading goods on the return journey. So we're going to be full in both directions. On the way back, once the aircraft are up and running, we won't need to wait for its own load. So the plane behind it will be picking up the goods, hopefully. So there we want to unload and then load, but we're not waiting until full. That's all we need there. So this would be Worthing Air Freight. What have we missed? We've got to put in a building up here. A nice truck stop. Let's get you. Where's our goods? Oh no! Do you know, we've been doing industry all this time. I'm sure someone pointed that out when I was talking about where's our industry. We actually need a commerce for here, don't we? Yeah, goods is commerce. I just realised, which means we could indeed have this bypass. Whether it will be beneficial. We've got the money for it, haven't we? Go on. Let's see if we can't make this a little flatter down here. I mean, we kind of head down there, don't we? I'd prefer it if we didn't head down. It's going to cost us a bit, but not too much. Right. Get rid of that. We're going to have a main road coming off here, but we're going to keep it flat. Keep you nice and flat. And for that matter, as straight as possible. There we go. Lovely. Otherwise, we're heading up and down, aren't we? And we'll connect you in there with a nice curve. Yeah, we can go with that road into there. That's what it is. Curve round like that. Beautiful. And then over here we'll have our double road. I like it. There we go. We're destroying most of our customers. I'm hoping this route will be quicker. I don't mind heading this way though. We want that as the main road though, don't we? In fact, we could just go in there, couldn't we? By the time we get up to here, it doesn't matter about slowing down so much. And then we can branch in like that. There we go. That's pleasant. Very pleasant. Could we sort that bit of road out as well? This is where I don't mind too much about destroying stuff. Because I know we're going to make it back. Although I have zero idea how much cargo planes actually cost. So perhaps some of that was unnecessary. Or most of it. Are you heading up? Because I would rather you didn't. We don't destroy anything this time. Let's get that road out there. There we go. Nice. Help them build. I don't know where they would build here. Probably level with that. So we could have a road going through there. I'm going to say, though, we're probably not going to miss out too much on deleting anything out here, because I think we're going to struggle to meet demand with just aircraft. But I would like to see how they work. Are we good? I think we are. Finally. Right, now we can figure out where we want this. Buildings. Let's put you here. Yeah, that's where they're all going to be. There we go. And we'll create a new line. Waypoint it if necessary. Going from there to there. I don't mind coming down here. It's a quick road. And then we scoot back up that way. That's kind of pleasant, isn't it? Do we have a brown? We don't really have a brown, do we? There is no shades of brown here. I mean, there's orange and then a kind of brown. A dark orange. But there are no browns. Dark brown. Yeah, that's pleasant, isn't it? We don't even cross over either. We're heading back empty. So, we'll be picking up full load. And it'll be goods. And then we'll be dropping off. Goods. Shall we get this running then? I guess the first thing we need to do is get trucks on here. We could use the same depot. We have to wait for our planes anyway. So we'll get a couple on here. And we'll colour them brown. And we'll put those on. Make sure we can see it. Line 1. Good naming. I didn't even name it, did I? Did I name the other one? I think I named the other one. Not that, though. We want to name this. Worthing Goods Delivery. There we go. Should we get some planes on then? And today we'll end with a plane ride. Let's get us. There we go. Vickers Victoria. It's got a top speed of 93 miles an hour. Thrust. Lovely. And capacity of only 8. It's safe to say our throughput is going to be rough. They're only 749k. Well, I think it's going to be busy. We'll try 2 to start with. We'll just try 2. We're going to repay all of that. There we go. We can take out a loan if need be. We've still got 7 million available. Oh, look at that. We made some money. So here comes our... no first aircraft yet. Let's get them on the line. There we go. First aircraft coming out. It does help, doesn't it, if you put them on a line and not just sit them in the depot. Did I do the same on these, or are these on the way? We'll look for the brown trucks. Yes, they're on their way. Right, let's get down to our planes. We should see goods appearing. There we go. We've got plastic on there. Little pallets. Straight into the lights there. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Right, so you only carry 8. This line rate is going to be absolutely abysmal. I bet we can't even meet the tiny amounts these require over in Worthing. They only need 56. And we'll probably have a line rate of like 5. If that's close, I'll be sad. I mean, we can't really... 4. We can't really tell at the moment. Because they're sitting there waiting to get loaded. But, yeah, there we go. What we'll do is we'll keep bringing a few planes out. And once we've got a few on the line... I'll save it and we'll take a ride on one. I'll leave you flying over the map and just to get an idea of how big it gets. We won't have a full ride. I might save that for next time out and then we'll ride it together because I'd like to have a look as well. Point out the sights of the map. We'll have a little tour. There we go. It's really starting to kick in already, hasn't it? Yeah, we've got 50. Oh, I hate that noise. Got 55. The transported is going to go. We're not going to meet 75 though. That's for sure. But there we go. There goes our first plane. Is on the way up. Our very first aircraft. It is heading that way. It shouldn't create too much noise. I mean, it will when it's taking off. But I don't think it's going to hit the city. Let's have a look at current. This will be a little bit interesting. I think it's going to get too high before it even gets to Worthing. It'll be more the landing that's noisy than the taking off. Yeah, there we go. I don't think that's going to affect it. I think our train's noisier. That's pleasant, isn't it? There we go. Yeah, look at that plane. Yeah, way too high. It's not going to hurt us. This red here, that's actually the public, the general public causing that much noise. We will be smoothing all this out and making it look the part once money has stopped becoming an issue completely. We've still got some debt to pay off. But we're doing all right, aren't we? Hopefully these guys make us a boatload of money or a plane load. We've got 8 in the air. There we go. I'm going to manage vehicle. There we go. Lovely. 2 more on the way. We'll check back on the line rates when we get going, and we'll check back on all the profit as well. But we have it going, guys. All of that work, and we now have a connection between the two. It's probably going to end up being an actual train at some point from somewhere else. I don't know whether we'll keep air freight. probably. Oh, we can see the other plane just up there if you look really close. You'll have to get right up to your screen or wait until the red numbers fly up from it. There we go. We'll probably stick a couple more on and then we'll at least do the takeoff over Worthing to end out the episode. I'm happy with today though, guys. We got that in and most of our lines are sorted. Right, let's get a couple more. I'm going for it. I don't even know how profitable they are yet. We're going to pay off some more of our loan. We've got plenty of planes coming out. Oh dear. So many planes. I like these. I do like these a lot. You can even see like the packages going in the back of the plane there. There we go, yeah. That's pretty cool, I've got to say. You may hear me having a dig at Transport Fever for its actual game mechanics, but as a virtual model, not only railroad, but everything's, that's what it is, isn't it? It's possibly the best at that. Ease of use and how nice it looks when you're done and getting realistic networks up and running. Especially with all the wonderful modders that we have out there. Right. Wonder how much this... we got a plane landing. I don't know how long it's going to take them to get over here. Probably an eternity. I don't think we've made any money on this yet. They're all in the air with goods on them. Yeah, we're just paying through the nose at the moment for nothing. Right, get that done. The reason I'm leaving looking at the profit and stuff is I want to allow these to sort of bed in a bit so we can see how much it's all going to cost us. How much money are we down to? We're already down to 17 million. This is wonderful. In 1925, all of our tracks and roads are going to upgrade or be available for upgrade. It's good to see that we've got the connection though. Yeah, it's a long way to travel, isn't it? I can't even see our planes. Where are they? There they are. Is that our first one? Our first one's only just crossing the water now. Goodness me. Would I like to take two more out? Do you know, I'm going to risk it. Well, I'm going to buy us one more. Let's borrow enough money for one more. Oh no, come on, really? Dear oh dear. Is that enough? I mean, that kind of works. The timing on that was awful. Buy vehicles. Can I? 749. Good, right, so we'll just duplicate this one. Manage vehicle. Duplicate you. Hopefully you come out of here. This is our plane. I am going to save it so we don't miss out on anything. Guys, there we go. We're off to pick up our plastic and exchange it for goods. At the other end, you can see some planes in the air. It looks like we're going to be taking off immediately. I have saved it. So at the start of next episode, it'll be this plane that's coming out the hangar there. I enjoyed that one. No numbers today, really. It's all, well, we had to balance a couple of lines. Possibly make some changes to our iron ore. I do have lots of plans to do something with the slag at the steel mill. And that's all a big plan for Twickenham. For now, though, we're going to check and keep an eye on the line rate for our aircraft here. And how much it's going to make us. And there we go, we're lined up to take off. I'll leave you on board, guys. And until next time, take care.